So then guys, we have big breaking news. The Apple Car project is cancelled. But I will say this, there is a plan B. So today I want to reveal all about this, and for a long time now we've known that Apple have been working on a car project for over say about 10 years. But we've just been told that the whole Apple Car, or the physical Apple Car, has been completely cancelled, the project for it. And in fact, we've just had this report just in. The report has come in saying that Jeff Williams, who is like the number 2 of Apple next to Tim Cook, has sent an internal email to over 2,000 employees telling them to say, I'm sorry, it's over. We're not going to be doing an Apple Car project anymore, and we're going to be moving you guys onto something new in Apple, like AI projects, for example. Now, we'll talk about AI a little bit in a moment because you'll see how this fits into everything. But just imagine that, 10 years of effort, guys, and over 2,000 employees, been working on this project for ages, and then suddenly, just like that, it's gone. It's finished. No more car project whatsoever. Apple have cancelled it. But like I did say, there is still a plan B, and I want to talk about that a little bit further here. Now, right now, with the exceptions of maybe Tesla and a few other companies going forwards like General Motors, they're not going to support CarPlay officially. Now, if you don't know what CarPlay is, it's quite simple. It allows you the ability to basically kind of semi-mirror what's going on your phone with certain apps. So certain apps like Maps and say, for example, your messages can be read out by Siri and things like this. And there's a few other apps. I'm not going to go into all the details and like playing your music and whatnot. It allows you to do those functions inside your car without you having to be able to touch your phone whatsoever. You can do it all in the car system. Now, this system has been out now for almost around about 10 years or so, coming up to that. But in 2022 at WWDC, Apple said that a new CarPlay was coming. What this new CarPlay essentially does is take over all the screens in your car, because lots of new cars have loads of multiple screens inside of it, and give you a full Apple experience in your car, what you choose to buy from, depending on what kind of manufacturer you want to pick from. You can even choose what dials you want to see in front of you, and also set a theme across the car too. Essentially, it's like a plus version of the current CarPlay that we have right now. Now, with this, car manufacturers can do all the work and say create the cars and everything like that. And when someone goes up to the salesman, for a brand new car and says, does it have CarPlay inside of it? The car salesman can actually say, well, actually, we have this new CarPlay. We have the new better version of it, that allows you to take over the full functions of the car with an Apple experience. And personally, I think this has been Apple's plan all along, very recently, since about 2022, when they revealed this at WWDC. So with this, essentially the physical Apple Car is dead, but it looks like it will live on now with the new extended CarPlay system. But I can tell you something what is not dead, and that is the giveaway we're doing right now for this MacBook Air, what we have right here. And I'm going to be doing an international giveaway of this MacBook Air at the end of March time. So it's about a month away now from the time I'm making this video when we're going to do that. But this MacBook Air is no ordinary one. This one is a spec'd up version. Instead of 8 gigabytes of RAM, it has 16 gigabytes of RAM. And instead of 256 gigabytes of storage, this has 512 gigabytes of storage too. So it is a spec'd up version of this model. And like I said, I'm going to be giving this away on an international giveaway at the end of March time. That's when the announcement's going to be. And all you have to do to enter it is put down in the comments below what Apple gear you're hoping to buy in 2024, what other technology you plan to get. Just put it down in the comments below. And also, if you are brand new here and you want to know when that announcement is definitely going to be happening, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell, because you won't want to miss out when the exact date of when I'm going to be doing this giveaway at the end of March is, and also to see if you're the potential winner too. And with that, guys, I will say there's still lots of scammers and spammers out there, so make sure you please do ignore them if they're telling you to part with money for shipping or things like this, or please do report them, as you can see right here. So moving on then, the big question is then, what's going to happen to those 2,000 employees, and also why did Apple essentially pull the plug on the electric car? So starting with those 2,000 employers, Apple looks like they'll be putting these stuff into other departments, and the major one of them will be the new AI department. And funny enough, this also leads on to a reason why Apple probably pulled the plug on the Apple Car project. Apple only funds into projects they believe in, so AI is a big factor into the future, as we all know, and we have heard that iOS 18 will be the start of this and will continue on after in all of Apple's products. Apple are pulling in money from another project to put it into another, essentially. They're basically putting more money into AI. And you've also got to see it from Apple's point of view here. They've been pouring in money into this Apple Car project for 10 years, and essentially we don't even have a prototype that we know of exists out there. And I also think there are other factors too. For example, let's say showrooms. Yes, Apple have shops all over the world, like inside malls or maybe on busy city roads, but there's no room really to demo an Apple car or for you to pick it up from outside the Apple shop. And not only this, can you imagine what to do if you had to test drive one? Imagine how long the queue would be to get your hands, to test drive one. And then, someone takes you out and you play with all the features and maybe even want to test drive for a couple of days or so even. And then the person, says, well, do you want to buy it? And then you would go, no, actually, I just wanted the experience. It'd just be a waste of time on this. There's going to be a lot of money wasted. We even heard a rumor out there that this car was going to cost around about $100,000 to buy. So you can do the maths there on your own. So for example, if you live in the UK or, if you've got euros as your currency, we're talking around about 125 to 135 £1,000 or 125,000 to 135,000 euros for the cost of this car. So it would have been super expensive to buy. And by the way, it would have not looked like these renders here. It probably would have looked like, something like a Tesla 3 design, but in Apple's own way. But you've got to remember, a Tesla 3 costs about $40,000. Well, that's the starting out price. And, Apple would have no way to match it. Remember the Vision Pro right now, how exclusive that club feels, that, compared to other sort of VR and mixed reality headsets, if there are any, but you get the idea out there how much they cost compared to, the Vision Pro right now, the difference there. Could you imagine, the price difference of an Apple car to say another car out there? People, it's going to be a really niche market to get that. Apple don't want that. They want to be a car manufacturer of the mainstream, and they're only going to be able to do that if they believe they can do it, and it looks like they do not believe they can make a physical car for the mainstream. But like I said, I think this is all part of Apple's plan with their new CarPlay system. Other companies, like I said, they can make the car and everything like that, but you get to still experience a full Apple experience inside that car, and you can customize it any way you want. Think of it like your home right now. You can actually have your physical house built by somebody, but you can fill it up on the inside with an Apple ecosystem, Windows ecosystem, your Samsung ecosystem. You can fill it up inside how you want it. And I think this is what Apple are doing here with the car. Somebody else builds it, but you can have that Apple experience inside of that car, whatever car you pick. The only one little concern I may have going forward is what Apple do with this and how they actually going to make any money from it. So, I don't know, I said about dials and things like this, what you might see in front of you, that Apple may charge for themes and may charge for services or extra services inside the car, or maybe there might be like a CarPlay store and Apple take a premium of the money from that. Who knows what they're going to do there in the future, but the main thing is, this looks like the direction they're going to be taking, and this is their plan B, and they are fully pushing into it. And in fact, we've actually heard that lots of manufacturers, or even the starting few manufacturers, are going to start to get this in 2024. And to be honest, I don't know about you, I am still quite excited to see how a full CarPlay experience rolls out over a car and how you can customize it to your ability and how you want it. And I think that is something we do have to look forward to here. And obviously, I can also see Apple's point here as well, that maybe they're just a little bit too late into this party here with the Apple car, but they do, like I say, have a plan B in place, and we're going to see the fruits of that coming out over the next couple of years, because like I said, Apple will plan to roll it out at the start of into the summer of this year with some manufacturers. And with that, guys, I'd love to know your thoughts too. What are your thoughts on the Apple Car project being canned here and being forgotten about? Are you upset or are you annoyed? Or do you think they're doing the right decision here, using the CarPlay sort of system going forward? I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. And also on that note, guys, too, it's time to wrap up this video. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. And also, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews, and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.